So 2nd down and 9. Cajuns have had success in the air. They're going to go to the air again. And once again, Chris finding nowhere to go, and that's Quentin Wilfon again as Chris was trying to get to the outside. Wilfon grabbed him by the shoelaces. It'll be to the air again. This time, a connection for Jamal Pritchett. Touchdown, South Alabama. The Jags on the board. So they'll get back up to the line in a hurry. Looking for Colin Lacey, double move. He's got him. Lacey makes the catch at the 50-yard line. And Colin Lacey still in bounds at the 30-yard line, all the way down to the 26-yard line. Colin Lacey made it to Colin Lacey. Now Webb on the ground. Webb looking for some daylight, and he will find it. LaDamian Webb, another rushing touchdown, and the Jags cut into the deficit even more.
You've seen the tale of two cities right here with South Alabama. Sometimes you see them on. Touchdown.
How about it? Touchdown to Jamal Pritchett. This time he was not overshot as Carter Bradley found Jamal Pritchett.
Obviously not a good night. I thought when you look at the game, obviously, you turn it over a number of times, you get short fields, even a muffed punt we shanked a punt. Put our defense early in some poor situations, and then I thought our defense did not play well enough in their run game, and then did not capitalize on third downs. We had to get off the field on third downs. We gave up some really critical third downs, even some third and longs. Offensively, I thought we were able to get some things going in the throw game. They were loading some of the things in the box, but I thought we actually started getting some momentum going there. But you gave up another explosive run. Really, when you look at the game, though, compared to some of the other losses we've had, I thought this team, outplayed us. I thought they out-physicaled us and outplayed us. And I think, Dez, I have a lot of respect for him. He's got, a group of guys that took a very tough loss against Georgia State and responded. And I thought, their young quarterback did a good job of managing the game. We were able to kind of limit some of the things that he was doing in the run game, which was challenging in and of itself because he's been able to run the ball effectively pretty much against anybody that they've gone against. But we let them bleed us in the run game. And then, obviously they hit that explosive run when we started getting some momentum there in the second half. So tough loss. Very much they did a great job on that side. But we're going to have to flush it really quick and go right back to work. And so this will be a really good test in my mind of our players' will and responsiveness, and they're going to have to do it on a short week.
Coach, what was your message at halftime? You guys came out and had an outstanding drive. You cut it to 20 to 14 there, giving yourselves a chance. Well,
we felt like tempo was going to be an issue for them. And so, we said, look, let's get in our tempos. Let's get in even to some of our, short intermediate game and create some yards after catch. And I thought those things worked. And then they started on our run game and RPOs, they started biting on the outside with their corners, and that's when we got a couple big plays over top on them. So really, really well executed by our offense in the second half. They had a really good plan. But defensively, we were not responsive. You've got to get stops. You get them to a 3rd and 11, and then blow a coverage and don't get off the field there, and then they bleed you and go score on that big drive right after that. So those are the things that you can't do when you got a little momentum going. You can't let them bleed you, and you have to get off the field on 3rd down. And I thought they did. Honestly, Louisiana had a really good plan. And executed their plan really well. I thought we truly got outplayed tonight.
Their defensive line, especially the one guy, 19, I guess it was, had a huge game. Just what were they doing up front that was giving you guys problems?
Well, I thought they took some inside moves that we didn't handle very well on the outside, and we just lost some one-on-one matchups. And those things happen. When they do, we're explosive enough offensively. To especially when we had to throw it, to take a sack or two, and still keep going. But when you fumble the football, obviously those are the ones that are catastrophic. And so, we had three fumbles and 2 interceptions, and really you count the 4th and 1 that we didn't convert in the red zone, and that's really a 14-point swing. So really we turned the ball over 6 times if you look at it like that. And then obviously gave them some short fields, including a really, really poor executed snap, which put our punter in position to have to get the ball and then just go kick it up in the air, and that put us in a really tough spot defensively early.
Seemed like what you were doing with Will Fawn was working. He had great individual performance.
Some of the things that we are doing defensively with how we're moving Q around is helping, working. There were some things that he really was able to do, get him in matchups. He just plays so hard. He's so instinctive and physical. 15 catches and 4.5 TFLs a sack. That may be one of the most productive games I think a defensive player's had since we've been here in 3 years. And so very impressed with the work ethic that he's putting in, and just, he's just a very good football player that's playing well right now.
Carter, you got any update on him, and if got a short week, so that kind of makes that a tough situation?
Yeah, he tweaked his knee in the end there. He's such a competitor, and he's trying to make something happen. Obviously, we felt like it would have been a last-ditch effort, but you had a chance to score, go for 2, kick the onside kick, go for 2 again, and we actually had the onside kick. We kicked it back there, and we just kicked it out of bounds. So it was a really poor execution on our part, but everybody's up, and so you had a chance to pin them down deep and then again score. And so all that being said, I think he just he competes his tail off. He knew he was going to have to fight and take some hits tonight in the second half when we were down. I think the probably pretty positive from what I've heard so far, but it's going to be pretty sore. I think he got dinged up, similar injury that he's been dealing with kind of all season, but just got it tweaked. So
is that is it a situation with a short week you've got to give other guys more reps to potentially get them ready?
Well, I think depending on how available he is, and how much rest he may need, we may have to get some other guys reps, just to get the other 10 bodies out there ready to go, So we'll see. This week our plan was to keep it pretty. We were going to keep things off of them, for the most part anyway. Keep it really, you just don't want to wear guys out on a short week. You want to play really fast on Thursday night. And so we'll kind of look at what gives us the best chance to get Carter ready, and those other guys, based off of a short week and him getting banged up a little.
They set up the game plan for me to make a lot of calls and a lot of checks. So just went out there and executed. Obviously, it all goes out the window. We got to turn the page for next week. But I'm happy with the individual performance, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have no tackles than a win, so.
Seemed like you guys only had a couple of busts, but they came at the worst possible time. Is that kind of what you saw?
Yeah, they were a good team. We knew they were a good team. They hit us with some explosives. Offense got going there in the beginning of the second and gave up an explosive run. We knew things were going to happen. The last 2 weeks went perfect almost, and that doesn't happen often. So we knew some things were going to go wrong. Louisiana's a really good team, and we made too many mistakes to win.
They seem to have a lot of good success on third downs, whether it's long or short, or just anything that led to that opened up for them?
I'm not sure. I'll have to go watch, see what happened. But obviously third downs are a big emphasis for us, getting off the field, and we didn't do that tonight for sure.
quick turnaround before Troy, and obviously that's a team you guys haven't beat. Just kind of what's the attitude going back?
Yeah, rivalry. You know, got to keep the guys' heads up, get turned around. Quick turnaround with 5 days till we play. So we'll come in tomorrow morning, get treatment, watch the film on this game, and then tomorrow night I'm sure we'll get rolling on Troy right away. So got to scratch this one, move on.
We just didn't win on third downs. Like, we had them in third and long a lot and third and short even. Like, we just got to win on third downs. If we could win on third down, this would be a whole different taste in my mouth right now.
After you guys have played so well the last two, how difficult or frustrating is this one?
It's frustrating because like we was consistent in the other games, and like this game you could see where the inconsistency show up, and that's where we lost it at when we wasn't consistent. Like, we lost in those moments. So when they show up, it's very frustrating because like we just gotta do our job and lock in and be consistent, and we'll be good.
You got to bounce back on a short week. How do you guys do that?
How we bounce back, we're going to take the day, we're going to let it soak today, but when we come in tomorrow, brand new page, like all that, how I felt today, we don't want to feel that no more. So we're going to have to work better, lock in, pay attention to details, just all that. And then when third downs come, we lock even more on third downs because we know them are key moments, key like scenarios that we got to win, and them could show the wins and losses of the game. Like, if we could win third down, we have more win.
None that we didn't prepare for. I just don't think we had our best effort tonight. We just got to find a way to get better and respond on a short week.
How disappointing was it? You guys came out, had one good drive, didn't get the 4th and 1, and after that, it kind of get away from you guys a little bit.
We just got to find ways to stay consistent and not let small adversity, like Coach talked about all week. Just we knew that Murphy would come, as we call it. Adversity is called Murphy in our program. We knew Murphy would come, and we just got to respond to it better. We know we had two big blowout wins, and with those wins, I feel like we didn't have really an opportunity to respond to adversity. So tonight, I don't think we responded to it well. I think we can respond better.
How anxious are you to have that opportunity, a short week, Thursday, big game, to turn this back around real quickly?
I mean, yeah. I mean, any competitor just getting a chance to go back on the field. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Nothing we can do tonight, tomorrow is going to make us feel better until we actually get back on the field and go correct our mistakes and give a better effort.